Hi Brown and Black Bears, it's Miss Jenn and I'm in my office and Brown Bears know this already. Black Bears, last week Miss Jenn was looking for a picture, a photo that I thought I had in a collection of loose photos that are not in photo albums. And in trying to find this picture, I unearthed two shoeboxes of old photos of Miss Jenn from up to 20, 30 years ago. And I never found the picture I was looking for, but what I did find was a bunch of photos from my acting days. And it's a little, forgive me, will you let me do this? Will you go on a little walk down memory lane with Miss Jenn and I'll talk to you, I'll show you pictures of some of my most favorite costumes and maybe my most favorite roles. And guess what? Sal is in a couple of these photos too. All right, friends, I couldn't resist. Here is Sal and some fellow actors in a production of Antony and Cleopatra. He is dressed as a pirate bandit. And can I tell you, these four men all have these crazy wigs, and each one of them, that's a fake mustache that they've got taped to their faces. Actually, then, here is Ms. Jenn and Sal as well. He's very tan, another wig, and he's got another fake mustache and beard on. On the other hand, I'm so surprised. I am not wearing a mustache. And this is a production of As You Like It, where we were playing these, we were banished, we were good guys, but we were banished from the kingdom. There was a big fight, and it was my job, along with Sal and another actor, to sing to the king to keep him happy while we were figuring out how to not be banished. Okay, friends, this was absolutely one of my all-time favorite plays I've ever been in. This was a production of Alice in Wonderland, and there's Sal as the Mad Hatter, and there's Miss Jenn as the Dormouse. I've got a mustache on my face. That was our Alice, and he's the hare. And then I played many roles in this. It was a big ensemble piece where you played lots of parts. And so this is Sal and I again. He is the cook, and I am the Duchess. And my one line over and over is that there's too much pepper in this soup. We're not the kindest characters. We're not very kind to Alice. This, though, oh my gosh, here is Miss Jenn as a lobster. The costume, the claws were adorable. So this was me and Sal as lobsters, and we had this big dance number. So much fun. The kids who tended to come seemed to love it. So I know you've seen this picture before. I brought it in for show and tell. Truth be told, I actually had the good fortune of being in the play As You Like It 2 times. And the first time I was in it, I got to play the part of Audrey. So fun, very comedic. She's a goat herder. You can see, look how dirty I made my hands, and I put some dirt on my nose. She's very sweet, not very smart. And then we did the production a second time, and I got to be Phoebe. And everything from the wig to the costume to the role itself to the lovely gentleman I got to act with, Matthew Cody. It was such a wonderful experience, and I count myself fortunate for having had the opportunity to play both of those parts in that play. And then lastly, when I think about this is Miss Jenn. It's a play called The Illusion, and it's a very small cast. Sal was in it as well. And I think what's remarkable about this particular role for Miss Jenn was that I often played the funny parts, or the parts where the person wasn't always nice. And then this was a role where not only did this character drive the action of the play, she was a big part of the entire story. Often I would be a character who would come and go, and this was a character who was always there. And the story is really between two women. So I was always just so taken with the opportunity for two women characters to be the driving force of a story. What a treat to be able to share those photos with you. That was very luxurious for Ms. Jenn. I can't thank you enough. It's such a part of who I am, although I don't necessarily tell stories on stage anymore. I still consider myself a storyteller, and I consider each of you these incredible budding storytellers. And whether you're on stage telling stories, or if you're across the dinner table or across the lunchroom table at school, it's important. And I need to impress upon you that you always, each of you, ask yourselves, who is writing the stories? Who is benefiting from the stories? And who is missing from the stories? And it's that cue right there. Who is missing from the stories? I want you to always believe in your storytelling voices and how important it is that you share your stories, and you help us understand better as many points of view as we possibly can.